Packed the truck at dawn before the neighbors woke. Left the key under the mat, didn't want to provoke any conversation I couldn't finish clean. Said my goodbyes in my head, you know what I mean. Drove past the diner where my daddy used to sit, past the church where mama prayed I wouldn't quit, past the field where I learned what failure felt like, past the girl I loved at 17 under the street light. Galveston was fading in the rearview glass, every mile I put between us moving too fast. I told myself I wasn't running, I was choosing. Told myself this wasn't losing, this was moving. But the chest don't lie when the hometown disappears. And Jamestown followed me for years. Jamestown, I carried you further than I planned. Jamestown, you're written in the lines of my hands. Every road I took led back to what I left. Every quiet night I felt you in my chest. Jamestown, leaving was the hardest part. Not the miles, not the money, just the breaking of the heart. I thought I'd forget you when I found my place, but Jamestown never left, it just changed its face. First month away I kept my head down low, learning what it means to let the familiar go. New city sounds, new faces, new mistakes, new version of a man still carrying old aches. Called home on Sundays, kept the calls real short, didn't want them hearing all the ground I'd lost. Pretended I was fine cause I needed to believe it, told the story forward hoping I could achieve it. Some nights the Gulf wind hit me in a dream, and I woke up somewhere else wondering what it means. I told myself I wasn't running, I was choosing. Told myself this wasn't losing, this was moving. But the chest don't lie when the hometown disappears. And Jamestown followed me for years. Jamestown, I carried you further than I planned. Jamestown, you're written in the lines of my hands. Every road I took led back to what I left. Every quiet night I felt you in my chest. Jamestown, leaving was the hardest part. Not the miles, not the money, just the breaking of the heart. I thought I'd forget you when I found my place, but Jamestown never left, it just changed its face. There's a version of home that lives inside your bones, not the buildings or the roads, the feeling of belonging. I've built new rooms in cities far from there, new friendships, new routines, new morning air. But something in the foundation never fully shifts, something in the origin that time can't lift. I don't regret the leaving, not a single day. I just understand now what you give away when you choose the road over everything you know, when you trade the roots for room enough to grow. Jamestown, I carried you further than I planned. Jamestown, you're written in the lines of my hands. Every road I took led back to what I left. Every quiet night I felt you in my chest. Jamestown, leaving was the hardest part. Not the miles, not the money, just the breaking of the heart. I found my place, I built my life out here. But Jamestown, you're the reason I got clear. Still yours, still standing, still gone, still grateful. Pulled in Nashville on a Wednesday night, $40 in my pocket in a tank light. Found a parking lot off Demon Burn Street, reclined the seat and tried to fall asleep. The city knows there's nothing like the Gulf Coast quiet. Siren's voice of someone's distant right. Lay there staring at the roof of my truck, wondering if this was courage or just dumb luck. Hadn't eaten since the gas station outside of town. Tried to count my blessings before the doubt came down. Nobody knew I was out there that night. Nobody knew I was holding on tight. Just me in the city and $40 flat, deciding if I had what it took for that. I stayed, and everything said pack it up and leave. I stayed when I had no reason left to believe. $40, empty stomach, borrowed hope, one guitar and not much else to cope. But I stayed, parked that truck and watched the city wait. I stayed for every version of myself I had to stay. The city didn't care, the city didn't know, but I stayed, and that was all I had to show. I stayed. Woke up stiff at 5 when the sun came through. Grabbed my guitar off the back like I always do. Sat up on the hood in the early morning cold. Played every song I knew, played everything I'd wrote. A woman walking her dog stopped and looked my way. Said, boy, that's beautiful, you should play that every day. Didn't know my name, didn't know my story, just heard something in the notes worth more than glory. That one sentence hit me somewhere past the bone, felt more like home than anything back home. Nobody knew I was out there that night. Nobody knew I was holding on tight. Just me in the city and $40 flat, deciding if I had what it took for that. I stayed when everything said pack it up and leave. I stayed when I had no reason left to believe. $40, empty stomach, borrowed hope, one guitar and not much else to go. But I stayed, parked that truck and watched the city wait. I stayed for every version of myself I had to stay. The city didn't care, the city didn't know, but I stayed, and that was all I had to show. I stayed. There are nights that don't look like turning points, don't come with signs, a soundtrack or a voice. Just a cold parking lot and a choice you make alone between going back to safe or making something your own. I could list every reason it made no sense, every logical argument against, but logic doesn't write the songs that matter. Logic doesn't hold you when the easy options scatter. That night I learned the difference between fear and faith. It's just which one you feed when you're in that place. I stayed when everything said pack it up and leave. I stayed when I had no reason left to believe. $40 turned to something I can't measure, every hard night stacked up into something better. I stayed in the city, slowly learned my name. I stayed, nothing after that was ever quite the same. That one night in the parking lot alone was the first night that I started building home. I stayed, and that one night changed everything. Left with a duffel bag and a tank on E. Told nobody where I was going, just had to leave. Couch surfed 3 weeks at a buddy's place, trying not to read the worry on his face. Ramen for dinner, pride for dessert, smiled at the mirror like the whole thing didn't hurt. Applied for everything, heard nothing back, kept the lights off just to stay on track. Counted quarters for the laundromat, told myself I'd laugh about all that. Some nights I almost called it done, almost convinced myself I'd lost before I'd won. But morning came, and I was still here. That was enough to push through another year. Broke but breathing, still in the game, alive. Ain't losing, it ain't all the same. No savings account, no safety net, but I haven't given up on myself yet. Broke but breathing, that's where I stand. Building something real with empty hands. Every hard day's just another page in the story I'll tell from a better stage. From a better stage. Got a call back on a Tuesday afternoon, minimum wage, but it felt like the moon. Bought a sandwich with my first check, sat outside, first time in months. I felt something like pride. Started stacking hours, started learning the ropes, started trading in my doubts for something close to hope. Sent money home when I finally could. Didn't tell them how bad it was, just said things were good. Some burdens you carry quiet and alone, some things you only say when you make it home. Some nights I almost called it done, almost convinced myself I'd lost before I'd won. But morning came, and I was still here. That was enough to push through another year. Broke but breathing, still in the game, alive. Ain't losing, it ain't all the same. No savings account, no safety net, but I haven't given up on myself yet. Broke but breathing, that's where I stand. Building something real with empty hands. Every hard day's just another page in the story I'll tell from a better stage. People see the highlight, never see the whole, never see the 2 a.m. when you're fighting for your soul. Never see the shoes worn down and nothing flat, the borrowed grace, the coming back from that. But I see it, I lived every single night, every door that closed, every flickering light, and I'd do it again if it brought me here to this moment, standing, still standing clear. But breathing, still in the game, alive. Ain't losing, it ain't all the same. No savings account, no safety net, but I haven't given up on myself yet. But breathing, that's where I stand. Building something real with empty hands. Every hard day's just another page in the story I'm living, turning every page. Still here, still standing, still breathing. That's enough. Sat at the county line with the engine running low. GPS said turn around, had nowhere else to go. Hands on the wheel at 11:45, wondering what it even meant to feel alive. Called my mama, let it ring once, hung up fast. Didn't want her hearing the doubt that I couldn't mask. Told myself one more mile and I'd give this up. Pack it in, go back, fill the same old cup. The town behind me knew my name, knew my shame. Going back meant swallowing everything I came to change. The radio played something I'd never heard before, a voice that edge of who I used to be. One decision from the man I was trying to be free. One red light from home, I chose the road. One red light from home, I carried my own load. Could've turned around, could've let it go, but something in my chest said there's more you need to know. One red light from home, the light turned green, and I became the man between who I was and who I've been. One red light from home changed everything. Next morning, woke up in a parking lot, cold and stiff, but something in me felt unlike. Bought a coffee from a gas station clerk who said, "Son, you look like someone doing the work." Didn't know what she meant, but it settled in like a truth I've been avoiding since I don't know when. Started driving with intention after that. No more running, no more looking back. Every mile became a kind of declaration. Every exit sign a choice, not a destination. The radio played something I'd never heard before, a voice that sounded like it had been through the door. I was standing at the edge of who I used to be. One decision from the man I was trying to be free. One red light from home, I chose the road. One red light from home, I carried my own load. Could've turned around, could've let it go, but something in my chest said there's more you need to know. One red light from home, the light turned green, and I became the man between who I was and who I'd been. One red light from home changed everything. There's a version of me that turned around that night, went back to the familiar, went back to the life safe and small and known and never tested. Never found out what he had if he invested. I think about him sometimes when the road gets long. Wonder if he's happy, wonder if he's strong. Then I look at where I am and what I've built, and I let go of the ghost, and I let go of the guilt. One red light from home, I chose the road. One red light from home, I carried my own load. Could've turned around, could've folded right there, but I drove into the dark because I knew something was there. One red light from home, the light turned green, and I became the man I always should have been. One red light from home changed everything. Green light, keep going, don't stop now. You're almost there. Walked into the diner on a Wednesday gray, ordered black coffee, had nothing to say. Sat by the window, watched the street go by. Nobody waved, nobody caught my eye. Waitress called me home, didn't know my face. Just another stranger passing through her place. Ate my eggs slow, read the local paper. Felt invisible in a way I deal with later. No hometown handshake, no familiar voice, just a man alone with his coffee and his choice. And I thought about the people back home who knew my walk, who could finish my sentences before I talk. Wondered if that comfort was a cage I built, or a home worth missing underneath the guilt. Nobody knew my name, and that was fine. Sometimes a clean slate is the only lifeline. No history following me through the door, no version of myself I had to answer for. Nobody knew my name, I was just a face, free to become whoever filled this space. Starting over hurts, but it's a kind of grace. Nobody knew my name in this new place. Second week I started learning the block, the bakery that opened at 5 o'clock, the old man who walked his dog past 8, the woman with the red scarf always running late. Started night and started getting nights back, small acknowledgements along the morning track. Barista learned my order by the Thursday after. Heard a neighbor's name, heard a neighbor's laughter. Funny how a place becomes familiar, slow, one small recognition at a time. That's how roots grow. And I thought about the people back home who knew my walk, who could finish my sentences before I talk. Wondered if that comfort was a cage I'd built, or a home worth missing underneath the guilt. Nobody knew my name, and that was fine. Sometimes a clean slate is the only lifeline. No history following me through the door, no version of myself I had to answer for. Nobody knew my name, I was just a face, free to become whoever filled this space. Starting over hurts, but it's a kind of grace. Nobody knew my name in this new place. There's something about being unknown that strips you bare. No reputation, no performance, nobody there to remind you of the version you've been trying to lead. Just you and who you actually wanna be. I introduced myself differently that year, chose my words more carefully, held myself more clear, became intentional about the story I was writing. Found out who I was when nobody was deciding. Nobody knew my name, and that was fine. Sometimes a clean slate is the only lifeline. No history following me through the door, no version of myself I had to answer for. Nobody knew my name, I built it from the ground. New city, new chapter, new version of this sound. Starting over hurts, but it's a kind of grace. Nobody knew my name until they did in this new place. New city, new name, new man, same heart. Leaves were turning when she packed her things, folded every memory like it didn't mean anything. Left a note on the counter, 3 lines, no explanation. Just a date, a signature, and a quiet devastation. Took the good blanket, left the broken chair. Took the photograph she liked, left the rest right there. Funny what people keep when they decide to go. Funny what they leave behind for you to slowly know. I stood in the kitchen for an hour, maybe more, just reading those 3 lines beside the open door. Didn't call her name, didn't chase her down the drive, just let the silence settle, let it feel the inside. Some goodbyes don't come with a fight or a scene, just a folded note, and everything in between. She left in October when the world was changing color, took the warmth right with her, left me for the winter. I raked the yard just to have something to do, pretended I was fine in the way that broken people do. She left in October, I stayed through the freeze, learned what letting go costs when it comes with the leaves. Every golden tree felt like an accusation, every fallen leaf another small devastation. She left in October, and I've never been the same. By November I had learned the shape of a lone, the particular silence of a house that used to be a home. Her coffee mug still sitting on the second shelf. I kept it there too long, couldn't help myself. Rearranged the furniture to change the feeling of the rooms, bought new curtains, different lights, still the same old wounds. Started going to the diner just to hear some noise. Sat beside the window watching life with different eyes. People everywhere just living in their ordinary days, and me trying to remember how to live in ordinary ways. Call her name, didn't chase her down the drive, just let the silence settle, let it fill the inside. Some goodbyes don't come with a fight or a scene, just a folded note and everything in between. She left in October when the world was changing color, took the warmth right with her, left me for the winter. I raked the yard just to have something to do, pretended I was fine that broken people do. She left in October, I stayed through the freeze, learned what letting go cost when it comes with the leaves. Every golden tree felt like an accusation, every fallen leaf another small devastation. She left in October, and I've never been the same. There's a grief that doesn't announce itself with tears, just shows up in the habits built across the years. The side of the bed you stop sleeping on, the playlist you can't play because she's in every song. The restaurant you avoid, the street you don't take, the version of yourself that existed for her sake. I didn't lose her all at once, I lost her by degrees. Every reminder, one more leaf falling from the trees. By December I had memorized the shape of what was gone. By January I learned that you just have to keep going on. She left in October when the world was changing color, took the warmth right with her, left me for the winter. I raked the yard, I fixed the fence, I kept the lights on. I learned to fill the silence with a different kind of song. She left in October and the seasons kept on turning. Spring came back eventually, but something kept on burning. Not anger, not regret, just the quiet kind of ache that lives in all the ordinary choices that you made. She left in October, and I've never been the same. But I'm still here, still standing, still learning my own name. October came again, different now, still here, still standing. She don't need roses or a Friday night reservation, don't need a grand gesture or a fancy explanation. Just coffee on the porch when the morning's coming slow, bare feet on the railing, know where we need to go. She laughs at her own jokes before she finishes them, talks to the dog like he understands every word again. Reads the same 3 books in rotation every year. Says the familiar ones are the only ones worth keeping near. We don't dress it up, we don't perform for anyone. Just 2 people in the quiet after everything is done. We don't talk about forever like it's something to be solved. We just show up for each other as the ordinary days evolve. No pressure and no proving, no performance and no test. Just the comfortable truth that this is better than the rest. Good enough for Sunday, good enough for me. Some love don't need proving, it just needs to be. No spotlight and no audience, no highlight reel to show. Just the kind of real that only 2 people know. Good enough for Sunday morning, good enough for rain, good enough for silence, and good enough for pain. The love that doesn't dazzle is the love that doesn't leave. Good enough for Sunday is more than I believe. She burns the toast and doesn't apologize. Sings off key to everything and looks me in the eyes like she's daring me to say something about her voice. And I never do, because loving her is always my first choice. We disagree on everything from politics to sleep. She stays up too late, I'm up at dawn. We find the middle keep. She remembers every birthday, every anniversary date. I forget the small things, she forgives me every time without debate. Some people want the fireworks, the drama and the chase. I'll take the Sunday morning and her coffee-stained embrace. We don't talk about forever like it's something to be solved. We just show up for each other as the ordinary days evolve. No pressure and no proving, no performance and no test. Just the comfortable truth that this is better than the rest. Good enough for Sunday, good enough for me. Some love don't need proving, it just needs to be. No spotlight and no audience, no highlight reel to show. Just the kind of real that only 2 people know. Good enough for Sunday morning, good enough for rain, good enough for silence, and good enough for pain. The love that doesn't dazzle is the love that doesn't leave. Good enough for Sunday is more than I believe. I've seen the kind of love that burns too bright, too fast. Watched it consume itself and wonder why it couldn't last. The ones who need the audience, the ones who need the stage, the ones who love the falling but can't turn the page. This isn't that, and I am grateful every single day for the woman who just stays without needing me to say how extraordinary ordinary is when you find the right one. How a Sunday morning coffee can outshine any sun. Good enough for Sunday, good enough for me. Some love don't need proving, it just needs to be. No grand production, no performance, no disguise. Just the real thing looking at me through familiar eyes. Good enough for Sunday morning, good enough for years, good enough to hold me through the laughter and the tears. The love that doesn't dazzle is the love that stays the course. Good enough for Sunday, good enough, of course. Just this, just us, just Sunday. That's enough. Didn't matter what hour I pulled into that drive. 2 in the morning, that yellow boy was always alive. Never asked me where I'd been or what I'd done. Just that warm glow waiting when the day was done. Mama never sat up waiting, never made a fuss, just left that light on quiet. That was enough for us. Some nights I tested it, stayed out past 3, came down the long road wondering if it would still be. And every single time through the dark in the trees, that amber light burning just for me. She never said I love you in so many words, but the language that she used was always clearly heard. And the meals kept warm and the light left on, and the way she never made you feel like you'd been gone too long. Porch light on, somebody always cared. Porch light on, proof that love stayed there. Didn't need a speech, didn't need a sign, just that single bulb burning through the night. Porch light on when the world went cold and dark. Porch light on, she was keeping watch over my heart. Some people come home to empty and to black, but I always had that light to bring me back. Left for the city when I turned 22. Packed my whole life in the truck like I knew what to do. First time truly gone, first time truly away. Called home on Sunday, didn't know what to say. She asked if I was eating, asked if I was warm, asked if I had people around me in the storm. I lied a little, said yes to everything. She knew it didn't, pushed her, said I love you son come spring. Drove home for Easter, pulled in late that night, and there it was, that same old porch light. She never said I love you in so many words, but the language that she used was always clearly heard. And the meals kept warm and the light left on, and the way she never made you feel like you'd been gone too long. Porch light on, somebody always cared. Porch light on, proof that love stayed there. Didn't need a speech, didn't need a sign, just that single bulb burning through the night. Porch light on when the world went cold and dark. Porch light on, she was keeping watch over my heart. Some people come home to empty and to black, but I always had that light to bring me back. She's gone now, been 3 years. This fall house is somebody else's porch and all. New family living there, new light, new name, but I drove past it once and it looked the same. Pulled over on the shoulder just to sit a minute, thought about every version of myself that's been in it. Every late night return, every morning after, every argument, every meal, every shared laughter. I don't believe in much I can't put my hands around, but I believe in what that porch light found in me. Every time I was lost and needed to be found. Porch light on, somebody always cared. Porch light on, proof that love stayed there. She's not here now, but the lesson never left. I learned to be somebody's life before there's nothing left. Porch light on for everyone I love. Porch light on, it's the least and most of what we're made of. Some people come home to empty and to black. I'll be the light that it always brings them back. Still burning, still warm, still home, always home. She texted at 11 on a Tuesday with no reason. Just, hey, what are you doing? Like it wasn't out of season. I knew better, told myself I knew better, but I replied in 30 seconds to the letter. She laughed too loud in quiet restaurants, or to think she didn't finish, changed her mind on what she wants. Showed up at my door at 7:15 with gas station wine and a grin that couldn't wait. Every sensible thing I knew said walk away slow, but my feet had already decided where to go. My head made the argument, my heart didn't care. Logic built the exit and I stood right there. But she smiled and the exit sign went dark, and I followed something dangerous right into the spark. The wrong kind of right, right kind of real. Some things make no sense, but that's exactly how they feel. I can't explain it to your friends, can't defend it to yourself. Just two people burning through the night like nothing else. Wrong kind of right, right kind of true. Everything I shouldn't want wrapped up in you. I know how this chapter ends. I've read this book before, but I keep showing up and knocking on that door. Wrong kind of right. Thursday nights became our unofficial thing. No title, no commitment, no exchanging anything. Just the particular electricity of two people who know they're living in a temporary beautiful glow. She never asked for more, and I never offered it. We both understood the nature and the limit of it. Still I noticed when she canceled, felt it more than I should. Rearrange my weekend plans the way that I always would. Some connections don't fit the shape of anything, you know. Just live outside the categories and refuse to go. My head made the argument, my heart didn't care. Logic built the exit and I stood right there. But she smiled and the exit sign went dark, and I followed something dangerous right into the spark. The wrong kind of right, right kind of real. Some things make no sense, but that's exactly how they feel. I can't explain it to your friends, can't defend it to yourself. Just two people burning through the night like nothing else. Wrong kind of right, right kind of true. Everything I shouldn't want wrapped up in you. I know how this chapter ends. I've read this book before, but I keep showing up and knocking on that door. Wrong kind of right. Eventually it ended the way it always does. Not with a fight, just a fade, the way that temporary does. She met someone serious, I heard through the grapevine. Sent a congratulations text, kept it short and fine. But I sat with it a minute, sat with what it meant. All those Thursday nights and where exactly they all went. Now I regret exactly something more like reverence for the kind of real that lives outside the permanence. Some loves are meant to last, and that's not a failure. Some fires burn exactly as long as they're supposed to burn. Wrong kind of right, right kind of real. Time has a way of clarifying how things feel. Can't explain it, still don't need to anymore. Just grateful for the fire and what it opened up wouldn't know the difference if I hadn't been wrong. Wrong kind of right. Not regret. Not regret. Not regret. Just memory. Not wrong. Just temporary. We didn't know it then, it's always how it goes. The last of something only shows itself once it's closed. Last bonfire down by Miller's Creek in July. Last night we all stayed out until the morning sky. Somebody's older brother had a truck and a speaker, playing songs we knew every word and nothing deeper. Didn't talk about the fall, didn't talk about leaving. Just lived inside the warmth, the way that young folks do believe in. Every summer we'll feel exactly like this one, not knowing yet that some things end beneath a certain sun. Nobody said this is the last time. Nobody marked it on the calendar or drew the line. We just lived it like we'd always lived before, not knowing we were closing one more door. And deadlines rearranged. The last easy summer, when we had no way, when showing up was enough, and love didn't complicate. I'd go back just to feel it for a minute, that particular lightness, and everyone's still in it, before the world required something more from me. The last easy summer, when we were still free. By September something shifted, felt it in the air. Different conversations, people making plans elsewhere. College applications, job talks, moving dates. People you thought were permanent behind different gates. He was the first to go, left on a Thursday morning. Nobody made a big deal, that was the unspoken warning that this is how it happens, not with ceremony. Just a car reversing down a driveway slowly, and you standing there waving like it isn't what it is. The first goodbye in a long series. Nobody said this is the last time. Nobody marked it on the calendar or drew the line. We just lived it like we'd always lived before, not knowing we were walking out a door. The last easy summer, before everything changed, before the distances and deadlines rearranged. The last easy summer, when we had no way, when showing up was enough, and love didn't complicate. I'd go back just to feel it for a minute, that particular lightness, and everyone's still in it, before the world required something more from me. The last easy summer, when we were still free. I see kids now living in their version of it, laughing at nothing, staying out past curfew just to stay in it. And I wanna tell them, pay attention to this year. Hold the ordinary Tuesday nights, hold everyone here. Not to scare them, just to say that it goes fast, that the weight of the world comes and nothing easy lasts. But also that what comes after isn't lesson, just different, and in its own way something to treasure. The last easy summer made me who I am. I just didn't know it while it had me in its hand. The last simpler days were best. Not better necessarily, just lighter on the bone. Before I knew what it cost to build a life alone, I carry it now into everything I do. That particular lightness as a thing to work back to. Not behind me as a loss, but ahead is what I'm building. The last easy summer, that's the thing worth finally finding. The last easy summer changed everything. Still remember, still grateful, still reaching for that light.
Salt air hitting me different when I was coming up. Shrimp boats on the horizon before I drank from a cup. Galveston morning smelled like diesel and the sea. That was just Tuesday for a boy like me. And Daddy worked the docks till his hands forgot to close. Mama kept the house together, everybody knows what that kind of woman cost a family in a year. The kind of strength you only recognize when she's not here. I was raised where the Gulf Coast wind came in strong and left a signature on everything before too long. You can leave a place, but a place don't leave you clean. It writes itself on everything you are and everything you've been. I've tried to outrun Galveston, but the water follows me. Gulf Coast blood runs too deep to ever fully be free. Gulf Coast blood in my bones and my name. Gulf Coast mud on my boots when I came. Everything I learned about surviving and holding on came from a stretch of Texas coast under a burning sun. Gulf Coast blood in the way that I stand, in the grip of my hand, shaking the weight of my hand. You can take the boy out of Galveston, that much is true, but Gulf Coast blood decides everything you do. Left at 22 with big ideas and not much else. A Galveston packed in my chest like it was something on a shelf. First winter up north nearly broke me in half. People didn't understand my accent or my laugh. Learned to soften things, learned to code switch fast, learned which parts of home were built to last. But every time I got too far from who I was, something in the blood reminded me, because you don't get to choose the ground that made you grow. You only get to choose how far from it you go. You can leave a place, but a place don't leave you clean. It writes itself on everything you are and everything you've been. I've tried to outrun Galveston, but the water follows me. Gulf Coast blood runs too deep to ever fully be free. Gulf Coast blood in my bones and my name. Gulf Coast mud on my boots when I came. Everything I learned about surviving and holding on came from a stretch of Texas coast under a burning sun. Gulf Coast blood in the way that I stand, in the grip of my hand, shaking the weight of my hand. You could take the boy out of Galveston, that much is true, but Gulf Coast blood decides everything you do. I went back once after 4 years away. Drove straight to the seawall on a late August day. Sat on the concrete and put my feet over the edge. Listened to the Gulf like it had something to pledge, and it did. It said, boy, you were made from this, from the salt and the struggle and the stubborn persisting bliss of people who built lives in a place the storms keep taking and rebuild every time without complaining or forsaking. That's Galveston, that's Gulf Coast, that's what I carry. That's the inheritance I didn't know I was given early. Gulf Coast blood in my bones and my name. Drove 4 years away and came back the same. Everything I am was forged on that shore. Storm tested, salt weathered, built to endure. Gulf Coast blood in the songs that I write, and the reason I keep going when I run out of light. You can take the boy out of Galveston, watch him roam, but Gulf Coast blood always finds its way home. Solder, shrimp boats, seawalk home. First 100 miles I was still performing, still a version of myself shaped by other people's moaning. Radio up loud so I couldn't hear myself think, stopping every hour just to stand beside the sink, checking my phone for someone to tell me I was right, running from the quiet like it had teeth and bite. But somewhere around mile 200 something shifted. The performance got too heavy and I set it down and drifted into something quieter and harder to ignore, the version of myself I've been avoiding keeping score. The road don't care about your reputation, I don't care what town you came from or your final destination. It just keeps going, keeps demanding that you show exactly who you are when there's nowhere left to go. Miles don't lie, they just keep coming, strip you down to what you are beneath the running. Miles don't lie, no audience out here, just you and the white line and what you actually feel. Every exit is a choice you make alone, every overpass a chance to turn back home. But I kept driving cause the road was telling me, miles don't lie about the man you're trying to be. Third day out, I stopped performing altogether, talked to myself out loud in the October weather. Said things I never said to anyone else, hard truths I've been storing on the highest shelf, about the choices that I made that I regret, about the people that I hurt and haven't handled yet, about the version of myself I let atrophy while I was busy being what everyone needed me to be. The road absorbed it all without a judgment call, just kept on rolling, kept perceiving, kept it all. The road don't care about your reputation, I don't care what town you came from or your final destination. It just keeps going, keeps demanding that you show exactly who you are when there's nowhere left to go. Miles don't lie, they just keep coming, strip you down to what you are beneath the running. Miles don't lie, no audience out here, just you and the white line and what you actually fear. Every exit is a choice you make alone, every overpass a chance to turn back home. But I kept driving cause the road was telling me, miles don't lie about the man you're trying to be. I met people who never left the county line, who know exactly who they are and do just fine. And I met people who've crossed every state and ocean, still running from themselves with every motion. The miles aren't the answer, they're just the condition under which you finally make the real decision to face the thing you've been avoiding in the mirror, to let the road get quiet and the truth get clearer. I didn't find myself out there on the highway, I just ran out of excuses the American way. Miles don't lie, I know that now for certain. Pull back every comfortable and familiar curtain. Miles don't lie, what's left when you stop running is either someone worth becoming or a reckoning coming. I chose becoming, chose to face the white line clear, chose to be the man the miles revealed out here. Every hard mile earned a version standing at the end. Miles don't lie, and that's exactly why I drive him again. Keep driving, keep honest, keep going. miles don't lie. Drove past the house one last time real slow, windows down, taking in everything I've soon outgrown. The oak tree daddy planted the year that I was born, still standing in the yard, a little weather worn. Neighbor's dog came out and barked at the truck like always, like nothing was different, like these weren't my last days. Drove past the school where I learned what I was made of, past the field where I first understood what I was afraid of, past the cemetery where the family plot sits waiting, past the version of myself I'd spent years debating. Didn't stop, couldn't stop, stopping would've broke me. Every landmark in this town had something left to show me about who I was before I chose to leave, about all the routes I'd have to pull to breathe. Galveston goodbye, I'll carry you right in every song I write, beneath a different light. Every road I travel starts with this town. Every time I rise from being broken down. Here, Galveston goodbye, you made me who I am. The storms and the seawall and the Gulf Coast sand. I didn't leave because I didn't love you. I left because you loved me into someone who could go. Hit the interstate and felt the city fall away. Saw death in and out as I drove further from the bay. Tried to hold on to the smell of it as long as I could. The particular Gulf Coast morning, the way it always should. Smelled like possibility and something almost holy, like the world was just beginning, moving slowly. Cried somewhere around the Houston city limits. Now from sadness, something bigger, something in it. The gratitude and grief arriving at the same time. The understanding that a goodbye can be sublime. Didn't stop, couldn't stop, stopping would've broke me. Every landmark in this town had something left to show me about who I was before I chose to leave, about all the routes I'd have to pull to breathe. Galveston goodbye, I'll carry you right in every song I write, beneath a different light. Every road I travel starts with this town. Every time I rise from being broken down. Here, Galveston goodbye, you made me who I am. The storms and the seawall and the Gulf Coast sand. I didn't leave because I didn't love you. I left because you loved me into someone who could go. There's a Galveston in everyone who's ever had to leave. A hometown shaped hole that no new city can relieve. Not a wound exactly, more a watermark inside. The evidence of origin you carry in your stride. I meet people from everywhere who have their version of it. The town that formed them, shaped them, that they grew beyond and quit. And we recognize each other by that particular mix of love and leaving, gratitude and all the complicated bits. Galveston is mine and I wear it without shame. Every song I write has got that Gulf wind in its frame. Galveston goodbye, I said it and I meant it. Every word of love inside the leaving, and I sent it into the future, into every road that came, into the man I built
because you love me into someone who could grow. Galveston goodbye.
Sorry. See you on. Goodbye. Thank you. Thank you.